Alright, let me just do that review of the new Ghost Recon game.
One eternity later.
For some reason, I'm really in the mood to play some 7 Days to Die, so I'll take a small break from doing the review and play an hour or so, then get right back to the review. I may have gotten a little sidetracked. Anyways, I wanted to thank you guys for all the feedback you gave me in the last video. All the comments were great. If it wasn't for those, I don't think I'd be doing this review with you right now. But enough of that. I'm taking a break from bad games for this video review, even though I only did one bad game, but it caused me hell. Anyways, moving on to, as the title says, a review of Ghost Recon Wildlands. As you can tell, I'm dressed for the occasion. Going to try to do a really detailed review of this game instead of my usual, this game is so bad, just let me Google how to make a noose. So let's start off with the character customization. I went into this game not knowing basically nothing, so I was pretty surprised when I actually saw there was a character customization. The character customization itself is very basic. No sliders or anything, just 4 or 5 options for each category, like hair and facial hair. And also they have face presets and the ability to chain races. Really wish they had more to this section to make your character how you want them to look, so you'll feel more towards the player. But where it lacks in character customization, it makes up in the clothing, giving you so many options. They have tons of clothing options, even a ghillie suit. All the way down to patches you get to put on your body armor and backpack to really make your badass special ops character. The story is no The Last of Us, but it's decent. I don't want to get into too many spoilers, so I'll keep it very vague. Basically, you play as the leader of a special task force of 4 men, including yourself, and you're against a Mexican cartel that moved their cocaine operation down south in Bolivia. They pay off the government, police, and military, and whoever gets in their way were killed. That's where you come in. As you enter the province to aid the rebellion group and to neutralize the cartel, from the leaders of smuggling to the factory heads all the way up to the big man himself, El Swanto. Definitely love how you start killing off the weaker links and move your way up to cartel. There's a lot of repetitive things in this game that brings it down. There's a part in the story which one of the members of the cartel, which you capture, leads to destroying submarines. There are 3 or 4 of these missions where you literally just go blow up one individual submarine, not compact into one mission, but multiple small ones. So there are a little bit of filler throughout the storyline. On to the side missions. There's 4 resources in this game: electronics, fuel, medical, and food. You need these with the addition of skill points, which you find around the map, and also by leveling up to purchase things in the skill tree. The resource gathering at first was okay, but they get so repetitive and boring too quickly. There's a handful of missions that gives you a lot of resources. Depending on the mission, you could get 1500 to 3500, some even 5000. Or you can find random stashes around the map that only give you 50 to 200, which isn't worth your time. So the best thing to do are those resource missions. There's very little variation between these missions. There's a convoy you have to capture and steal the main vehicle to get the resources. Another, you have to steal a helicopter or a plane and bring it back to the rebel airport. And you need these resources to level up your skills, which is very annoying at times, but that leads me towards the skill tree. There's not a crazy amount of skills that are on the skill tree. Half of them are your basic bullet resistance and increased stamina. If you're like me and want to play a stealth playthrough, most of these skills aren't needed. For an example, I put a lot of my skills in the drone category, so I didn't really need to increase the range on my binoculars when the drone took care of that stuff for me. But I really like the drones in this game. It's an item you'll be using a lot to scout out enemy locations before you enter them. Some of the perks you can get for the drones are night vision, thermal vision, and even the ability to strap a bomb to it and explode it at your will. Like I said at the beginning, how you're a task force is sent in to help the rebels, like a Luke Skywalker of sorts. You get to do a few side missions for the rebellion. There's 5 different side missions you can do for the rebels. Each type of side mission gains points towards rebel abilities. The rebel abilities are 5 types of support you call for: vehicle drop-offs, gun for hire, mortars, diversions, and spotting. There are 3 tiers for each support. Let's start off with vehicle drop-off. The first vehicle is the standard Jeep, leading to the armored vehicle with a mounted gun. And then the last tier is a small helicopter that reminds me of the Buzzard from Grand Theft Auto, but sadly, this one doesn't have missiles. The map is so big, I highly recommend doing this tier as fast as possible. Being able to call for a helicopter at will to get to your mission saves you so much trouble than finding a helicopter that would be in enemy location and then trying to fight and steal it. Guns for hire is what it sounds like. You get a few troops from the rebellion, which each tier gives you more and more troops. Mortars is pretty self-explanatory. You can call in mortars from the rebels. Each tier gives you a larger radius and more damage done by the mortars. The diversions are like guns for hire, but instead of following you, they will just immediately run and attack the enemy. Higher the tier, the more men will attack. And finally, we have spotting. The rebels from your location in a circular radius will spot enemies nearby. In this radius, higher the tier, the bigger the radius. I find I only use the vehicles, but I definitely see using the other ones at times. Finally, we'll talk about the co-op part of the game. Sadly, because I have no friends that play this game, I had to do it solo. But definitely, if you have a group of friends, even one other friend who has this game, it would make the game much more enjoyable. Especially making the ride between missions a hell of a lot more fun. As of randomly joining into co-op sessions, it's what you think. It's just chaos. First time I joined into one, all my team were in a helicopter, and for some reason I spawned on the ground. So after getting a helicopter, then flying to them, I was welcome to them just killing waves of those corrupt army guys, not proceeding through the storyline at all. So you might join a session with a few good players, but for the most part it's just people fucking around. But if you like that kind of thing, definitely try it. So now I'll give you my rating of this game. I know I was pissing on it a little bit of the repetitive gameplay at times, but most modern open world games have this now, especially the side missions, which is mostly repetitive. So I rate this game a 7 Bob Rosses out of 10. Like I said before, how you start at the weakest link of the cartel and make your way up really intrigued me. The storyline was moderate, but still made me want to go to mission to mission. It's all around a pretty good game. Hey guys, I just want to let you know how sorry I am, how long this took. Exams caught up to me and I had to focus on that. So I've been working on this for a few months now, so if the video, or audio I should say, is a little choppy, it's because it's different days. I just tried to spring it together. I tried to make it the best I could. I think I did okay. I worked really hard on this one for you guys. Like I said at the beginning, I want to thank you, all the people who commented and really pushed me to make this one. Also to say kind of sorry that I stopped posting for like 3 months, which isn't unusual for me. But because I'm out of school now, finished with exams, I'm gonna try to do more videos. I would like a weekly basis, but like I said before, to say sorry, I'm going to put out another bad game video either tomorrow or the next day. So if I don't get it done tomorrow, definitely the next day, but I'll be working on it as soon as this gets uploaded. And once again, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Thank you so much for people who comment, and I hope to see you in the next one. Like I said at the beginning, how your task force is sent to help the rebels, like a loot sidewalker. Sidewalker? Oh my goodness.